Welcome back to Benny's Custom Works, proudly supported by Valvoline and Sparesbox. Don't forget BCW5 on checkout. This week, we're talking all things Dragweek, and if you've read the title of the video, you probably realize that things haven't gone well for us. As hard as it is to admit, basically the long and the short of it is we're not going to be at Dragweek this year. Benny's not going to be going either, so the Mustang's in the same container as the Cresta. We've had a lot of shipping complications, and because of shipping availability this year, even though we shipped with plenty of time, we had to ship via a transshipment. Historically, we've always shipped directly, but like I said, because of shipment availability this year, we had to go transshipment. So in this particular case, we shipped from Sydney. We did that quite a while ago now. And then the boat went from Sydney direct to Busan in Korea. The container sat on the dock for about 5 days there, and then it was put onto another boat, which if you looked at the routing at the time would have gone directly from Busan to Houston. Because of complications and the boat actually, the connecting boat from Busan to Houston being late, from what we can ascertain, they actually missed the slot in Houston, which meant that the boat would have sat at sea for an extra couple of weeks. So the shipping line, for whatever reason, have actually inverted the route, and that means that instead of Houston being the first port of call, it's actually the last now. So it's going to go all the way around the east coast of the USA, then come back down. Basically, that means we're going to get our cars at the end of September. For anyone following Dragweek, they know that the first day of, or the sign-in day at Dragweek is September the 18th. Those dates just aren't going to work for us. That being said, we were always planning to take the cars to the US for about a year. So it hasn't ruined our plans, it's just changed them. So fortunately, we've already been able to get a credit on our flights and our accommodations. So we're not massively out of pocket at this point. And the shipping was always going to be the shipping. So yeah, it is what it is. And the silver lining is now we're looking at actually doing more events in the US in 2023. So at this stage, we're probably not going to do anything publicly with the cars in 2022 now, unless something pops up. I mean, there's always the opportunity that some event may pop up. But in saying that, it's still quite a lot of money to go over and do like a 1 or 2 day event. That being said, also we are talking to the guys at Sick Week, so we're aiming to be in Florida in February. I believe the kickoff for Sick Week's about the 15th of Feb 2023. We've got our eyes on TX2K as well in Texas, so that's a pretty cool event. Runs for 5 days between the roll racing and the drag racing. I'm not a big roll racer myself, but we'll definitely, if we do go, we'll be there for the whole thing, so I want to check all of that out. Rocky Mountain Race Week's always been on the radar, so we'll be aiming to do one of the 2 Rocky Mountain Race Weeks, and finishing out next year, we'll most likely do Dragweek 2023. Also, our spots will be available. So if someone's on the wait list, we've got 2 spots that will be rolling down the wait list. We've actually got to email Hot Rod Magazine because I've just forgot to do that. It hurts. Like it's kicked me in the guts pretty bad. Like this is one of the things we aim to do. Well, we haven't done it for 3 years, and then now we're going to miss it again. So yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. We always like to go and represent Australia, for want of a better term. So this year, basically, I believe there's going to be 3 Aussie crews going. Harry with the Chevelle, Steve-O, Whole Ass Garage on YouTube as well. They'll no doubt be punching out some Dragweek videos, so it'll be cool to watch. I believe the Golts are going to go with their 55 Chev. And there's another crew, I believe, that have also got, I'm not sure if they have a Chevy Silverado, but the fella on Instagram's name is Chevy Silverado or something like that. He's only popped up recently, so I'm not exactly sure what their deal is, but it'd be pretty cool to follow that along. I'm really sorry to you guys that we're not going to be there making videos and also seeing you guys. Like, I know tons of people are gone, I'm going to get the day off, I'm going to come out and see you guys and hang out. Unfortunately, we're not going to go purely because the cost of going with or without the cars is much the same now. The cars have already shipped, and unfortunately we don't have an infinite budget, so we're going to put airfare costs towards whatever event we do first next year. So yeah, that'll sort all of that out. That being said, if you do want to support us and Valvoline, we still have some Dragweek shirts available. We'll leave a link in the description, so if you do want to grab one of those, please check them out. Also, I do want to do a massive thank you and a massive shout out to all of our partners for Dragweek and our USA series. They've been amazingly accommodating and understanding of the situation. So first and foremost to Valvoline, those guys have basically just said, do whatever you need to do to fix it. They've been super helpful, and we couldn't do what we do without them, but even more so now that they're understanding and accommodating of the situation that's unfolded. yeah, can't thank Valvoline enough for their support. Much the same Golby's parts. Yeah, Christian and the crew there, they've helped us out with some money this year, and much in the same as Valvoline, they wasn't even a blip on the radar when I spoke to them. So yeah, it's a massive weight off my shoulders knowing that these guys are backing us regardless of the situation. So yeah, both of those guys have helped us out a lot. Also want to give a massive thank you to the guys at Empire, both Omar at Empire Mechanical and Racing and Rod at Empire Elite Performance Parts. Both of those guys have backed us for a long time as well. And they rushed last minute to put a spare engine together for us to take to the US. Having that on board is going to allow us to potentially push harder this year. We do still have that 850 limit, but we'll be doing some sneaky passes here and there, no doubt. In the US, they have this weird thing where if you write no time on your car, they don't seem to care what you do. Who knows how that's going to play out. But yeah, I'm keen to get over there and do some racing. Like, this is something that we do and look forward to, and we'll get there and get racing again. I know this episode's been a lot of doom and gloom, but we haven't done a Patreon giveaway for a while, so we're actually going to bust 3 of those suckers out today. Also, something that I've recently come up with is every time that Hot Wheels release a car that is relevant to the channel, so in this case a Viper, everyone in the top tier of Patreons will be getting one of these in the mail with a custom sticker on top, which we're currently waiting on getting made. But yeah, something a little bit cool, and they'll all be signed and sent out to you guys as soon as we can. But that being said, we've got 3 Patreon prize packs to give away. So we've got the main prize pack being, obviously, we have talked about it for a while. We're giving away one of our silver play buttons. It's signed by both Gianna and myself, and there's also got a little bit of script on the side of it. Is one of one. There's not another one of these out there that's signed. We've also got a BCW cap, which is signed on the underside, and a nice little spread of Permatex and slime products. We've also got 2 of these prize packs here, which is some Raceworks tools. So we've got some AN spanners from dash 4 to dash 12. Got some AN vice jaws that are really good for protecting any of the fittings you're assembling. We've also got a nice little spread of Permatex products here as well. I've got a Haltech snap pack and some Haltech gloves. So we've got the random number generator kicked off here. We're going to draw 3 prizes now, so let's get to it. 33, 27, and 18. That'll be good because it'll definitely be 3 different people. What were the numbers? 33, 27, and 18. So the draw is complete. Number 33 was Tom Matthews. He takes home the silver play button and our Permatex pack and the BCW snapback, which isn't currently available. Dennis Glavis and Aidan Hall both take away the parts pack here, which consists of some Raceworks products, got some slime stuff, Permatex, and some Haltech merch as well. So we'll get those in the mail to you guys ASAP. So we'll get those out in the mail as soon as we can. That's rubbish too. We'll get those prize packs out to you guys as soon as possible. Well, that pretty much wraps us up for this episode. I know it's been a little bit different today, and I want to thank every one of you guys for your continued support. I know Dragweek's probably going to be a bit of a bummer, and everyone's been looking forward to it as much as I have. But we're going to endeavour to punch out some pretty cool racing stuff in 2023. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.